we are going to handle the Identity Friday. We are going to fix those identities. We are going to make sure that those people who are suffering from depression, anxiety, overthinking, OCD, PTSD, all of them are handled in this life. Those overthinkers, those who say, oh, I'm a perfectionist, we are here. Those who say, I'm building a brand. Those who identify with what they do and they say, you know what, I am trying to build something, and if somebody comes and destroys it, I will kill somebody. Okay, so tonight is going to be interesting. We hope that you can bring in a conversation. I told you on Wednesday that I'll not be here to keep talking. No, I'll be here to actually just show a guide, and then you can actually bring the conversation. So thank you for taking your time to be here, and I appreciate all of you. Okay, so karibuni sana. For those of you who are outside the country, karibuni sana means thank you so much. Good. So allow me to say hi to some individuals who are just logging in, and as you come in, please tell us where you're watching us from, and tag somebody from your place to just come in and have this conversation with us, because that is what we want. We want them to be here so that we can fix the nation from the spiritual aspect to the mental aspect to the physical aspect. That is our job. Okay, today I will also show you how the big pharma capitalizes on your fears, your doubts, your worries and insecurities to actually make sure that you're a slave for a lifetime. Okay, so yes, allow me to say hi to my people on YouTube before I move to TikTok. I see Jay Opande. Opande is in the building. Welcome on board, Jay Opande. I see Rose Mbevi, Halima Hussein, Virginia Thomas, P. Makungu. Amazing. P. Makungu, are you new here? That's amazing. Amazing to have you here. I see Jen Muendo is in the building. Thank you so much for joining in. I see John Shege. I see Halima Hussein, Elvin Mora, Mary Opondo, Louis Makomele, Hilary Igunza. I also see Anne Masharia. Joab Oboge from Kisumu is in the building. I see Eliud Waweru, Priscilla Nyambura, Eddie Owidi, Elizabeth Ndungu, Wamugunda Jane, Happiness Adams, Lillian Odhiambo, Immaculate Grace, Esther Kagombe, Lillian Ayako, Mudhoni Karaoke. Priki is in the building. Priki, I see you. I see More, Rose Mbevi. Hey, people have logged in. Leo ni ile siku. Hey. Who else is here? Catherine Gishuki, Gladys Mackenzie, Martha Njogi. Hey, Queen Nelly is also in the building. Homemade Sweet Pea. Hey, amazing. Identities today, those names. Felici Larbi and Apps Shankoti. Hey, Apps Shankoti. We see you. We welcome you on board. Gladys is asking me, unainua chuma while fasting? Gladys, chuma gani? I put a post on my Telegram saying that when men are fasting, the prolonged fast, to be specific, you erect aimlessly. So sijui kama all the same. Yes, I go to the gym when fasting, and yesterday of course we put up videos all over on my platforms about how we did the workout. It was amazing, tremendous. We broke the 72-hour fast today at 2 p.m. and we look forward to another one next month, a 72-hour fast. Remember, if you did not join into the 72-hour fast, the weekend is always a fasting weekend. Therefore, you started today, you will end yours a 48-hour fast on Sunday. And that is the routine, okay? Yes. CPD, consistency, patience, and order. Okay? Good. On TikTok, I see Holy J, Mambo. Mambo sana, poa sana. I see Amir. I see, who else? Lemi. I see Shifira Karuka. I see Stella Makuri. Nyizi majina zenu TikTok. Demasonic, I see you. I see Kerry Ruff. I see Sony Big is in the building. Kate, Bismarck, Belekoko, Alawia. Hey, amazing to see you here and all of you here. Please keep liking the live. Do not be on the live and be a boring viewer. Like the live, join into the comment section so that we can actually have this conversation. So I wish that you can be part of this conversation. Good. Good. So before I start this little conversation, I would like to appreciate each and every one of you for taking time to subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel. I run two platforms on YouTube, Health and Wellness Sport as the major platform, and also run another platform that is called HAWS, HAWS with Dr. Lewis. Please join in and help us survive, help us grow as we help you grow health-wise, okay? Number 2, on TikTok, I have 2 accounts. I have the one that I'm on right now. It's called Health and Wellness Sport. The other one is Dr. Lewis Muchile. All of them are very active. You can actually join in, so that if one gets to miss, you get to enjoy content on the other platform. We're not intending to go anywhere, but we know the hands of the evil. That's what we're talking about tonight. The evil nature, and the one that builds a home in all of us and makes us evil, and we start defending him, can actually come for these platforms. Okay? Not everything good. Not everybody sees this as a good thing. Remember, I have people who hate what I say. They really do, but only that they can't help it because it's health content. You can hate me, but of course you cannot avoid being sick. So yeah, asanteni sana. Mudhoni Kariuki, welcome to Doctor's Panel. Karibu sana to the Doctor's Panel, Mudhoni Kariuki. We appreciate you. I see Siyanda Mudhini, karibu sana. Erastus Oduri and Ronald Correa. Thank you, all of you. Now, today I'm talking about identity because it's an Identity Friday. And I'm talking about an identity or identities because some of the diseases that we suffer from, or let me call them conditions, because diseases, at least we know what is causing them. Some of the conditions that most of us suffer from are hypochondric. Hypochondria means you imagine it, you become. Okay? And all this is actually hailing from one center, a center of lack of an identity. And that's the reason why I deemed it fit to talk about identities on this live. Okay? And I made it intentional that every single Friday we shall be here fixing your identities. So today is your talk. Kindly make a call. We'll pick up the calls as we go ahead. But if you're on TikTok, you're already allowed to start requesting to be a guest, because today we're going to fix that anger. We're going to fix those emotions. We're going to tell you if at all anger is you, or you just picked a fake identity that came from those who taught you how to hate and how to become angry, those who actually imposed their anger on you. And they thought that if they do that, they'll make themselves feel better, only to realize after doing that, they did not even feel any better, okay? And then the only thing they had to do is to actually hate you. Some women look at their children and see their fathers in these children, and then they hate these children, so they portray the angers that come with their father to these children. Some men also hate their women because they are weak males, so they hate their women, they hate starting from their mothers, and they think they love them. But they love without providing. How is that even making sense? So they end up portraying this anger to other people and trying to recruit other people. I'm also telling you this for free because I want you to see how people transfer anger. During the COVID season, people who had this fear and emotions and doubt, the fat people, are the ones who are making rules for other people. They are the ones who are so insecure and they wanted other people to wear masks so that they can protect them. Imagine that. Imagine a fat person telling you to wear a mask so that you can protect them from getting COVID, yet they are the ones who have very weak immunities. So lean people ended up suffering. People who had very strong immunities ended up suffering because of people who have been diagnosed with diabetes, who have asthma, and these chronic conditions. And that is so insane. That's why we put up this Identity Fridays, to just fix what needs to be fixed, okay? And that is just amazing. So let's talk about fear. Sonny Big, thank you so much already for starting to gift us, okay? There's something called fear, and when I'm talking about this fear, I'm not talking about the normal fear or the practical fear. And when I say fear, I mean fear, anger. So I'll use the word fear to generalize anger, the same fear, doubt, worries, concern, love. I'm putting that love in quotes, okay? And because fear is actually the cousins to all those. So I'm putting that. I'm going to talk about the fear, and I'm going to use it to actually demonstrate those 5 terms or so that I've just mentioned. So when I'm talking about fear, I'm not talking about this fear that you guys, when you're trying to cross a road and you see somebody put you into your fear by telling you when you're trying to cross a road, look left, look right, look left again, and then cross. I'm not talking about that fear. I'm not also talking about the fear of heights. I'm not talking about the fear of walking into a dark street and you're so worried about that. Esther Mulera from Mombasa, karibu sana. Okay, so I'm not talking about that practical fear. I'm talking about the fear that's within you, the anger that is within you. Most of you are just angry people. You're walking on these roads, you're angry. And it's not you. You've actually normalized it, just the same way women have normalized painful menstruation, the polycystic, what is that? The reproductive health issues, how they've normalized menopause, how men are now normalizing erectile dysfunction and vasectomy. This is the fear that I'm talking about. This is inside of you. That's what I'm talking about. Because when I'm fixing identities, I'm talking about the spiritual aspect of life. Remember, you can never fix the physical aspect without the spiritual and the mental. So the spiritual controls the mental, and then the mental controls the physical. So therefore, it's so hard. That's why you get into a weight loss group. You lose weight today, and after a month, you've put up so much weight. This is the reason, because you never fixed your spiritual aspect of life. You concentrated on the physical, and that is just a symptom of a messed up spirit. Okay, when you get angry at people because you expect things from them, that is what the fear that I'm talking about, because that hails from a center of anger, of lack, of need. So you feel you're so inadequate and you have to portray this to other people. That is what I'm talking about, okay? Yeah, so this inner fear, most people don't even understand where it's coming from. I always ask people, do you have anger? On most of my consultations, I'll ask you, do you have anger? And I realized everybody keeps on running away from that question. When I ask them, do you have anger? The first thing they tell me, no, I don't have anger issues. And I'm like, no, I did not ask you if you have anger issues. I asked, do you have anger? They will run away until I pin them down, because they realize I'm so persistent with that question. And now they say, okay, I have anger, and and then they defend it. I'm human, so therefore human are supposed to have anger. That is not true. There are people who actually lead a healthy life without having anger. And that's the reason why we have this life again. Okay? So this fear that is coming within you that you don't even understand where it's coming from, it is something that is put into you. It is not you. Okay? And these things that you always overthink, thinking that you need to be successful, success, building a brand, and all these are the spirit of evil. You've actually allowed the spirit of evil to settle and build a home inside of you. And that is what is controlling you. Therefore, when you stop identifying with your thoughts, when you stop identifying with your imaginations, you become free of anger. The only problem is all of you, and you will see, when I'll be talking to people here, you'll see how I ask them questions, how they will be answering. You'll simply know they're either trying to run away from their past, or they're trying to chase a future that they don't even have. So all of us want the success. But the impression of that success has been skewed, because if I ask you what is success, you don't have an answer. Okay, you're thinking vehicles, you're thinking good houses and all these material things. But I keep telling you that even the Christians know that the Bible says, seek ye first and the rest shall be added unto you. So the problem with human beings is we are constantly seeking the rest, but we forget to seek the spirit of good. So we are constantly seeking others that are supposed to be added when we seek the truth. And when I'm talking about the spiritual aspect of life, I am not going to generalize it. I'm not going to talk about Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, nothing. This is not religion. So do not bring your religion energy here. Come here with an open mind to listen and understand. Because I realize anytime I touch this issue, everybody's like, oh, now they become so religious. Again, the spirit of devil is just talking into their minds. And they think they're so religious and they cannot be challenged. So sit back with your religion and just listen to spirituality. It's not about religions, about identities. Okay, so this fear inside you is the one that actually leads you to these people who have degrees, the psychiatrists, the psychologists, the priests, and you're thinking that the anger that is inside you can actually walk away just because a priest put a hand on your head and prayed for you. You're thinking because you sat into a psychiatrist consultation room and this guy read a manual to you, a whole manual called DSM-4-5, read it to you, and then decided that now you are depressed, that now you have anxiety. Okay? And now labeled that, guarded the spirit of evil with a new name, because that's what we do all the time. We simply guard the spirit of evil and now rename them. We call them anxiety, we call them depression, we call them overthinking, we call them OCD, we call them ADHD, we call them PTSD. All these nonsense names that you guys use without even understanding the meaning of these things are exactly lack of identities, and most of you don't have identities. And I will tell you this, you don't have an identity because when you were born, whatever you adapted was an identity that was coming from your mother. And why am I saying your mother? I'm saying that because mothers are the ones who are supposed to raise children. Now, career women, forgive me on this. Mothers are the ones who are supposed to raise children to a stoic man, not a male. Because most of you are just married to males. So, mothers are supposed to raise children from a stoic man. Now, it is the role of the fathers, who are these stoic men, to come back after working and after going to look forward to provide, to come back and correct the emotional aspects of the mother that was actually being input in the children when the fathers were away. Listen to that keenly. Fathers go out to work to make sure that they provide exclusively. Mothers are the ones who are supposed to take care of children from a stoic man. So a stoic man gives you children and then he provides exclusively. That means you will forego your job to raise children for this man. Now, whatever you take it, and this is a truth that you women will not accept it, but this is the truth. When you choose career over your children, you actually hate those children. And the reason why you're choosing a career over these children is because your man is so weak, he cannot provide. He's expecting you to work also so that you share 50-50 or 70-30. Nonsense. You chose the wrong one. I will not say for the 13th time, but I said it anyway. So you chose the wrong guy. Now it's up to you to own your mistakes, seek forgiveness, get an identity, and move forward. So you own up to your mistakes and you take responsibility. But the order of God is God above Christ, for those who are Christians, and then Christ above men, and men above women, and women above children. That's the order of life, whether you like it or not. But nowadays, look at you trying to make sure that men and women are equal. You know very well, even men and men are not equal. But you're busy trying to compete because of the Western agenda that men and women are equal. When you're busy trying to chase that agenda, now depression is setting in, and guess who benefits? The big pharma, because of antidepressants. And now they are a big thing. Antidepressants are a big thing. So inside of you, you have anger. And of course, it's not your problem because you are set up with your parents because they did not even know God. Most of you don't know God. You know about him because you've heard about him. You've been taken to churches. You've been taken to mosques to pray and to be taught about God. But you don't know about God. You don't know God. You simply know about him. That is the intellect controlling you because somebody put that in you. Somebody taught you about God. Somebody taught you about God, and that's what I'm trying to actually make sure, that you get to know God on your own. Because every child is born with light. Every child is born with the scripture inside their heart. It doesn't matter what religion you are, but you're born with the scripture inside their heart. That's why children, when they die, they go straight to heaven. Because they have identities of good. But as these children start growing up, the one who puts the identities in them is the one who is raising them. And now suppresses the spirit of light, suppresses the identity of these children, and imparts their spirit into them. And remember, if a woman is married to a weak man, let me call them a weak male, what is going to happen is, this woman starts to resent this male. Because this woman is relying on this man for security. But this is the man who is exposing insecurities all over. When your woman is trying to go to the gym to just maintain fitness for you, you're now starting to complain. Oh, there's a gym trainer that you're going to follow. Oh, because Dr. Lewis just posted a video about going to the gym. Now you're going to the gym. That is your evil nature. That is your insecurity. Fix it, sir. Fix it. So these weak men, and there are so many of them, 60 to 70% of males out here are so weak that they're allowing women to resent them. And apparently, these 70% of the males that are married are the weakest. They are the weakest because they do not understand the order of God, and that's why they share bills with women. Now, these women resent them, and because these women cannot do anything about these men, because of course physically you're stronger and you're emotional, you can end up just beating them up. These women transfer this anger to the children. When they transfer this anger to the children, now the children suffer because this woman is trying to impart hate in this child. Trying to teach this child hate. Whenever you're leaving home to go for work, do you know what your wife is telling the children? That she's the one who is paying bills. That she's the one who is actually struggling with you as your father is busy trying to oppress her. That's the exact words that women tell these children. Because they hate you. But in real sense, these women don't hate you as a man. No. They hate themselves for making the wrong choice of choosing or picking a male. And they were set up by their parents. That's the most annoying thing. Because how many of you, your mothers are busy telling you that you have to go to school, be independent of the man. And then when you get to your 30s, your 35, you're headed to your 40s, there is no man who can actually stand you. They're actually going for the younger version of you. You start getting angry. How many of you have been taught that? You've been taught the wrong idea of life and success. And yet success is just the nature of evil because that is you trying to compare yourself with other people. You came alone, you will live alone. Who told you you need to compare yourself with other people? Now that's where depression comes in. That's where anxiety comes in. That's where doubt comes in. And that is the nature of fear, that is the nature of anger that was put in you by a parent. So instead of these men trying to fix themselves to be stronger for these women so that they train these women how to train or raise their children, they are busy complaining everywhere. You've seen men putting all their life on the internet. You've seen that? Their private life is on the internet. A whole grown ass man with this pot belly that is called chairman, posting the wife and children on the internet. Imagine that. Posting a naked wife on the internet just because these are pregnancy photo shoots. You've seen that? They do it all the time, and they are also naked. And imagine me sitting with my wife trying to choose the best naked picture to post for the public, because by the time you're posting it, that is the best naked picture. So you're going through those pictures, all of them, eliminating those that actually they don't show the privacy so well, and now you choose one that is most naked and you post it for us. And guess what? Nowadays, men are so interested in pregnant women. I don't know what is it about pregnant women. I don't know if it's the progesterone that is produced during pregnancy that makes women who are pregnant very attractive. So every man wants that pregnant woman. And you're busy posting that pregnant woman. When I was growing up, we used to believe that children are actually bought in the supermarkets, or the plane will drop a child. So your mother goes and disappears, goes to hospital. When they come back, they've given back birth, you're told that they bought this child in the supermarket, and we believed it. And that's why even now, you as an adult, you can hardly believe that your father and your mother can have sex. True or false? If somebody tells you, hey, these guys, somebody comes from the bedroom brushing their teeth, the other one comes from the bedroom doing something else, and you believe these guys cannot touch each other, you still believe that up to now, because sexual life and private life was put private. But look at you now. Look at you posting yourself naked and you have children. What are you teaching these children? Look at you as a man trying to pick the best naked picture for your wife to post on the internet. Look at you. And now you're wondering why you have all these effeminate men out here. And now women are raising sons because men are absent. So women are busy imparting their identities in these sons, and they become so emotional, they become so evil, and it's not them. It is the spirit of the evil that has actually built a home in them, and it controls them, because whatever you identify with controls you. Look at you telling us you love your children, and you know very well whatever you love becomes your God, and therefore it controls you. Look at you telling us, oh, I love my mom, my mom, my mom. And now your mom becomes your God, and now she controls you, and you cannot stand her. You start to resent her, you become just like her. And now you attract older women. And now you attract women who are emotional and chaotic just like your mother. And then you judge and you ask God, why me? Why did you give me this type of woman? No, it's not God who gives you a woman. It is you who chose that woman. And you chose that woman because you attracted who you are. It is that simple. We attract who we are. So as you sit back and say, oh, I hate my wife. No, you hate yourself for making very wrong choices in life. So you're actually a very bad decision maker. Oh, I hate this man. You don't hate that man. You hate you. Because you attracted who you are. It is that simple. So the fear that I'm talking about is this fear that takes you to psychiatry rooms and in the priest's houses to go and kneel down for a priest to put a hand on you and start praying for you so that you can become better. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Your priest does not even know God. He knows about God. That's why he just combines different scriptures and then makes a sermon out of these scriptures. And now he comes and puts that information in you. And that is intellect. And as I say all the time, intellect is evil. Same to your thoughts and imaginations. Whatever is in your kyongs is evil. Because the devil knows how to manipulate you through your own thoughts. And most of you even make a prayer from their minds. Oh, I want God to bless me with this. Oh, I want this, I want this. You're actually making a prayer from their mind. So you're making a prayer to the devil. But the heaven that you're thinking about that is above here is not there. It is in your heart. And that's why I say, welcome to this side of heaven. Okay? Welcome to this side of heaven. And now this priest prays for you and nothing is happening. And then he advises you, now you have to see the doctor. The same priest who is praying for you to get off that anxiety, he's anxious, he's depressed. Because there are no people who are coming in that church. You've seen them trying to show you how much of offering they have gotten. And they are so angry about the offering. But the churches are still full because masses are gullible. They are so gullible. And now you're thinking that your health problem is actually coming from you where? And now you have to find solutions in a hospital. And then you go to a hospital, and because you have fear, doubt, and concern inside of you, which is the nature of evil, now the doctor uses that to manipulate you, and the big pharma benefits. And that's why the number one role of a doctor is to sell you fear. Oh, hypertension is irreversible. Oh, diabetes is irreversible. That's a fat doctor telling you that. It is very irreversible. You cannot reverse this. Oh, this is genetics. You cannot do anything about genes. That is your doctor selling you fear. Once you buy the fear successfully, perfect. He can now make you a slave. And I want you to look at it this way. During COVID season, our Minister of Health sold us fear every afternoon on live television. He sold us fear. Even people who died from malaria were actually classified as people who died from COVID. And now the fat experts trying to make these guidelines for you. And these same fat experts are wearing masks, and they are dictating that you have to wear a mask and social distance. Because they know they are the ones who will suffer because of diabetes and pre-diabetes, because of their pot bellies and low immunities. But they are dictating life to somebody who is healthy. Imagine that. And you bought the fear. Once you bought the fear, of course the fear was just inside you. They activated it. And now you became a slave. And now the next thing was solutions in form of vaccines. And of course, all of you with your pot bellies, you ran to take the vaccines. And then you are told, and then another fear was sold to you, that if you don't take these vaccines, you will not access government offices. You will not do any government job. And the fear now settled in. Oh, because you think you need a government job to be complete. You have the spirit of evil inside of you because you feel inadequate. You think something from outside you will actually come and make you complete. It cannot. You're thinking your spouse will come and complete you. Oh, I cannot do without you. That is fear and the nature of evil. Oh, I love you so much and I'll die if you leave me. That is spirit of evil. Oh, I love my children. I cannot leave them. Spirit of evil. Zebra is saying, I took 3 vaccines. Yes, you took 1, 2, and then booster shots and all that. And then now the same company comes out and says, our vaccines are crazy. They cause cardiomyopathy. We accept, but they've sold billions. Daktari, kunywa maji. Yeah. Yeah? So when you have anger inside you, just know it is this simple. That anger is not coming from outside. I ask people, why do you have anger? And then they tell me, oh, my spouse upsets me. Oh, when I'm trying to do things and they're not going the way I want. I mean, who told you things are supposed to go the way you want? Who told you your spouse is supposed to complete you? Why are you so expectant of things from other people? And then you ask them, do you yeah, this is interesting. I ask people, are you evil? They tell me no. Then I ask them, do you have anger? They say, I don't have anger issues. I'm like, okay, to my answer. If you ask them if they are good, they tell you outright, yes, I'm good. I'm a good person. If any case, other people just make me feel bad because I am the better person. You think you're a better person. You're actually judging other people, and that is sin. So then in that psychiatrist room, you walk out of it with a list of antidepressants that are going to cause you more depression, with a list of drugs for psychosis. They've made you believe you are now a psycho because they read a manual to you called a DSM. Now they've made you believe you're a psycho. They give you anxiolytics, they give you sedatives so that you can just have sleep, and hypnotics, all these drugs that are going to mess up your system entirely. And you, in your own sense, you're believing that these drugs are going to change my life. Now, you take these antipsychotics, and the next thing, you're adding weight so badly. Now that's depression. Another drug. Now that is insulin resistance. More drugs. Okay? Now, you walk out of that room with maybe a amitriptyline, an antidepressant, and now you have gut problems. And now we have to give you drugs for the gut. You walk out with in that room, and now you start having these suicidal thoughts. Imagine a depressed person, because there's no clinical depression, it's a lie. Depressive states are there, but that just means you are in depressed. You have failed to create. Wake up. You can't sit in a corner and tell us you're depressed. Who told you you're depressed? If you never heard of the word depression, you will never think you're depressed. And now we are normalizing it. Oh, I'm an overthinker. So you're actually masking the spirit of evil inside you. You're actually giving it a new name to just make it feel better. And the spirit of the devil inside you does not want to die. It doesn't want to die. It's the one that is controlling you. So most of the things that you're doing, thinking you're doing good or bad, they are not you. They are the spirit of the devil trying to control you through your own thoughts and imaginations. That's why I tell you, doubt every single thought in your head. And you know very well, even in that Bible that you're reading all the time, and you're reading it blindly, it tells you that bring all your thoughts into captivity. Bring all your thoughts into captivity. Why is it telling you that? Because thoughts are evil. They are the nature of the devil. He uses that to control you. Yeah, now radical Christians will come. Oh, no, thoughts are not evil. You know, as I thinketh, I becometh. I'm like, okay, keep thinking. You becometh. You're thinking about tomorrow. You don't even have tomorrow. That's because you've read a book and it's convinced you that as you think, you become. Actually, you yeah, where? Keep thinking. You know, hey, Napoleon Hill says, as I thinketh, so I becometh. Well, who told you even have tomorrow? So even if you think about it now, who told you have tomorrow? And you're subconscious every single day. You're actually unconscious every time because you're thinking about the future that you don't even have. You're thinking about a past that is not even there. Do you have a future? Yeah, as a man thinketh, so he is. And then this is a person who wrote this with the mind of the future, right? A future that even him does not have it. Yeah, Jameni. Oh, you know, I'm an overthinker. I overthink. Ladies, you're not overthinking, you're just evil. You've allowed the spirit of evil to control you. You're not an overthinker. No, stop giving evil nature or the evil spirit good names. Oh, you know how I am depressed. You're not depressed. You've been made to believe you're depressed by the spirit of evil inside you. And now, listen to this. That devil inside of you, that devil that you keep on defending, this is the person, or this is the spirit. Let me use the spirit because it's not a person. This is a spirit that actually tells you how special you are and you deserve better. And then you end up leaving a marriage, and then the same devil tells you, where are you going with 2 children? Who? He makes you feel good to just disappoint you later. He makes you feel excited to actually bring you down. He makes you feel successful only that to bring you down. He makes you think you have a brand. You're building a brand. Only to give you one person who will destroy that brand. And you become so angry. And now you're angry at the people of God. And now anger inside you is just blossoming every time. And as you're thinking of coming back, you're thinking of bouncing back, you'll never bounce back because you identified with material things. What is a brand to you? What is a brand to you? Is this the same thing that people are actually eating very uncouth food, very bad diets, so that they can get endorsements from the food industries? Is it not that you've seen the Goliath who eats a lot of food being endorsed by a unga company so that he continues eating so bad foods, and then give him time, you will see a WhatsApp group. Oh, he has a liver problem. Oh, of course he has a growth hormone problem already because of jingatism. And then now you'll hear he has a liver problem. The other one who is shaking his tummy all the time, being endorsed by betting companies. You think betting companies care about him? They don't. They care about the masses that he's attracting, and you people follow him. Once you follow him, you excite him. So you keep on boosting his dopamine. He feels good now, but it's just short-lived. Even though we're not living in the future, we live now perfect. But we don't want to see a WhatsApp group. If God gives us grace to get tomorrow, to live tomorrow, please, we don't want to see those WhatsApp groups. Hey, as you eat and shake that tummy, solve your problems using that money that you're getting from those industries. Anyway, allow me to bring in a conversation. And Masharia, why do I feel like I live in another world, Daktari? Make me understand. Make me understand what do you mean by that? Because again, you see, when you say, I feel, feelings come from thoughts, and thoughts are evil all the time. So most of the feelings, actually all feelings are evil. That's evil because they hail from thoughts. And that's why you should doubt your thoughts all the time. Live in the present. Stop worrying about tomorrow. Stop worrying about people. Stop caring about people. Stop being concerned. Simply look at it. If it's evil, you have the nature of good. It will identify that is evil. Do not hate it, because whatever you hate, you become. Discern it. And keep moving. So let me bring in one person before I continue with this conversation. This is going to get deeper. The spirit of fear is not your spirit. It was put in you by somebody. And actually, even 2 Timothy 1:7, I think. 2 Timothy 1:7. Okay, let me see. Yes, 2 Timothy 1:7. This is what it says. That God has not given you the spirit of fear, but power, love, and self-control. Hey, radical Christians, are you there? That God does not give you the spirit of fear. He has given you power, love, and self-control. So people who don't have self-control, the nature of evil. People who think they love, but they don't even know God, spirit of evil. People who feel powerless, spirit of evil. And when you feel powerless, you just want to destroy other people so that you feel good, because you're thinking other people are the reasons why you have problems. Look at it this way: the poor people. The poor people are always thinking that they are poor because there's somebody who is rich somewhere. They are always blaming the rich because you are rich, that's why I'm poor. Okay? That's why they'll do anything to take what you have. Because they're thinking you are the reason why they are poor. The nature of evil inside of them is telling them. The devil is controlling them, telling them, you know what? You deserve better. And this guy has taken... Look at you worrying about the economy. But as you worry about the economy, people's life is still going on. People are becoming millionaires every single day. So whose problem is it that the economy is bad? It's your problem. Look at you siding with a politician who is just there to feed his tummy. And you're thinking, oh, no. You know, you get even depression because your politician will miss the seat for AU. You get so depressed. Oh, tulionewa, ukuonewa, wewe tu ni crazy. You're just crazy, you're evil. And you're thinking that if he gets that seat, what will it benefit you? You're getting angry because Manchester United was beaten or Arsenal was beaten. You actually use Arsenal to become your god. It controls you. So yes, let me bring in a conversation because this was for you. Let's bring in a conversation, and you can call us on 0707 20 20 74. Amazing. You can call us on 0707 20 20 74 so that we can actually do these conversations. And I want to show you how to overcome that fear and that spirit of evil inside you. Because some of you hate yourselves. Some of you love your hell. So it's time for us to actually make sure that you get out of that hell. 0707 20 20 74. That's the number you can actually make a call on. It's a normal call, okay? Yes, Gatimi.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Dr. Lewis.
Yes.
I become a pastor.
Amazing. Why are you thinking I'm a pastor though?
Wow, this is the gospel we need. 360 degrees gospel. Health,
Yeah.
mental, and spiritual.
Yes. Because ideally we cannot fix the physical without fixing the spiritual.
Yes, we go to church, we get fixed spiritually, but physically we are messed up. Mentally we are messed up.
But did you know that some of those churches do not even fix your spiritual? They make you feel good. They sell you the hope. And when you come out of the church, you say, oh, I feel blessed. It is in your feelings. It is in your thoughts. So your pastor knows how to play with your mindset, with your mental.
Exactly. So I'm happy to be here. I missed you guys when you were in Nairobi. I was feeling like there's something missing in my life, but welcome back. Thank you for the good work.
Amazing. Thank you. We are back with a bang, and we'll do this over and over. And actually, we will be here in December. Maybe November, we might take a break because I have to go for leaves and all that. But in December, we will be here every single day of December, trying to remind you that eating chapati is criminal.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Just here to just testify of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 years, like you said, that what we speak,
Yeah.
our mind actually registers and it's to manifest.
Yeah.
And I think my character was the one that controls, and I always have plan A and B. Until when I reached a point when I realized they are not both working, and I struggled a lot with God, with my identity, to a point I was wondering, am I cursed? Kuna mtu ameni bewitch or something? Until when I reached to that point of surrender.
Yeah.
That I gave God the center part of my life.
Yes.
Is when my life turned, and I started healing.
Yeah.
Actually, I had anxiety. I could not sleep. I was struggling with the new system of where I am because I relocated.
Yeah.
I hated everything. Nothing was working until when I gave God everything.
Yeah.
And now my life is better. I'm on the right path.
Amazing.
I'm able to fast. Before I never used to fast, but it's because there was a missing link.
Yeah.
The fats
Yeah.
was the missing link. Until when I got that and omitted the starch, I'm comfortably able to fast, and I'm grateful to be here.
Hey, amazing. Thank you so much, Gatimi. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh man, thank you so much. Hey, that's amazing. Now listen, guys. Sometimes, that's why suffering is important, and that's why pain is also important in therapy, because pain shows there's something amiss. And I'm telling you this for free. Some of you are struggling with battles you cannot overtake. You cannot even win. That's a reality. That whatever battle you're going through right now, you cannot win it. Because it's not you, it's a spiritual battle. Whatever is even happening in our country right now is none of our business. If you fix what is inside you, you will start realizing, oh, these things are just shenanigans. They are none of your business. If you came alone, you live alone. That is one. And when you suffer, that's the time when God manifests. Because that's the time you say, oh, I'm now unable to do this on my own, and now God has to take control. And that's when you start fixing yourself. But as you continuously argue and fight the truth, because anytime you resist the truth, you're resisting the spirit of good. And you're running away. So let me tell you. You see this thing called poverty. When I was growing up, I hail from a very humble background. We used to have these houses, matope, unajua, and then at least in the village, when you have a house, matope, during Christmas times, munaboma vizuri, you make it look good, and then write on welcome, okay? And then at least inside there is like a carpet. The carpets were a big thing at that moment in time. Imagine in a village with a carpet in a matope house, in a mud house, and there is a carpet. Ay! Hey. So yeah, my dad gave us enough, okay? And I never knew that this was poverty. Because I used to go to school, a primary school in our village. I told you, Mohoya Primary School. I appreciate that school. So you go to these schools, you lead a good life, you study well with other people, you relate very good with other people. You never thought about poverty. Okay? Until we went to high school, where we started seeing people flexing. And until we went into towns and cities and saw other people flexing, that's when we started getting this wrong impression of wealth. Oh, there's a call here. Hello. This one was just trying out. Anyway, so you never knew poverty because every child knows that their father is adequate. Imagine that. That every son and daughter out here knows that my father is the richest and my father is the strongest. Until you go out and you realize, oh, now there are other fathers who are stronger than your father and richer than your father because of flexing. And now you have this wrong idea of how success is. And now somebody lies to you. Now you have to find a mentor. And you go for a mentor. Listen, the only thing you live for in this life is the spirit of good. Seek the righteousness and the rest shall be added unto you. The only problem is you constantly seek the rest and forget about the righteousness. And that's how it comes and goes. So I was never worried about this. I thought it was enough eating those sweet potatoes plus strong tea in the village, doing normal chores and growing up the normal way. Nowadays, a child is born, in the next 3 months they are fat and they are looking like an older person already. And now the process of even growing up has been altered. We don't have children growing up in normal ways. Look at Nairobi, how houses are built on top of each other. There is no even sun. There's no the sun. Some of your homes have cabros everywhere. And now your children cannot even play, cannot even get in contact with the earth. And you call that riches. And you've labeled on your compound, do not step on grass. Yeah? And you're calling that success. And you're wondering why you have 7 drugs on a prescription. You're still wondering why? Yeah? Hey. So God, we said this, God has not given you the spirit of fear. He has given you the spirit of power, the spirit of love, and self-control. Therefore, a man or a woman who doesn't have those 3 is an evil person. He's an evil person. So when you're depressed, you're not depressed. They made you believe you're depressed. We have weak fathers out here, and women are getting so upset about them. And then we have angry women because they are angry at the men. And now they convert that anger and now start imposing it on their children, giving them false identities. And now these children start resenting their parents. They become just like their parents. And now you're wondering, where are we getting the addictions from? The masturbation addiction, the pornography addiction, the football and nonsense addictions, the drug addictions. Where are we getting it from? We are trying to fix it. How can you fix a spiritual thing when you don't even understand the spiritual aspect of life? I have some of your sons in my platforms trying to recover from depression, trying to recover from masturbation and pornography. Some of your sons are actually chewing animals, bestiality. You allow your son to sleep in the same room or in the same kitchen with the goats, and at night is busy having sex with the animals. And you're thinking, what is happening? And then you start asking God, why me? As you ask God, why me? Look within. The problem is not without. The problem is within. You are the one who caused this. Yes, Sonibik. Hello, Sonibik.
Hi, Doc.
Hello, how are you?
We are a pastor, not a doctor.
Ha ha, all is well. All is well.
Wish you happy birthday in advance.
Amazing. On that note, tomorrow is my birthday. I am so excited to turn just 1 year older.
If you come back tomorrow, we appreciate it.
Tomorrow I'll be somewhere trying to eat my fatty meat.
Cake.
But yeah, no cakes for me. No cakes for me. Sugar in all forms is criminal.
You should cut the tail of the sheep tail.
I don't know who put that false identity in us that during our birthdays we have to eat a cake and sugars. I don't know who put that nonsense in our heads, and we adapted it without even questioning.
No appreciation for all what you are preaching here, what you are saying today, my identity and all.
Amazing.
And learn a lot from you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate. This is just the beginning. It's the first one. We are yet to see more. We will talk about it deeply until every single one of us is saved.
Today I broke my fast actually at 6.
Yes. The 72, right?
Not easy because I had headache, strong headache.
Were you on the 72-hour fast?
Yeah.
Amazing.
No, 48.
Oh, 48. Okay.
I have not started for 72.
No problem.
Ready for that.
No problem. You've done a 48-hour fast.
Also very cold here.
Okay.
Yeah, we are in winter now. It's winter season. It's cold. You need something warm. Sometimes it's not easy anyway, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best.
Yeah, don't say you're trying. You're doing it already. So don't.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah, you're doing your best. So keep going.
Yeah.
Every day at a time, okay?
Thank you very much.
Amazing. Do you have anger?
No. Anger, no. I said not anger now.
Amazing. Thank you.
I said not anger.
Hey, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have anger? Do you have anger? I want to see most of you who are coming here. Please tell us, do you have anger? Are you fighting or struggling with anger? Why are you angry? What makes you angry? What is that thing that you're actually being overtaken with? Do you know God or do you know about God? Who is this? Mzeia.
Yes, habari ya daktari.
Mungu ni mwema. Mbona ujiite Mzeia? Is it your name? Your real name?
No, it's a nickname nilipewa nikiwa high school.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Welcome on board, sir.
Yes. I guess nilikuwa na testosterone mingi nilimeandevu at an early age.
Okay. Hey, I like that confidence.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Do you have anger?
So, I used to have anger. Hiyo nayo nakubali nilikuwa nayo, but I have managed to get rid of it.
Oh, so do you have anger?
No.
Okay. How is life without anger?
It is amazing.
Yeah.
First of all, decisions, like anything. I rarely get mad at people. Anything I don't see those wapi as control any my reaction to anything.
Na mzeya, you said you don't have anger, and then you say you rarely get angry. What do you mean?
Oh, as in sikasiriki.
Oh, okay. Now that makes sense.
Yeah. Some situation I don't know how to explain. Acha utaniruhusu niongee Kiswahili.
Sawa.
Sawa. Mimi kwanza, first of all, mimi nasema umekuwa blessing in my life.
Amazing.
Yeah, nikiwa in campus nilikuwa na this information, but nasema nilikuwa ignorant.
Yeah.
Watu walikuwa wananiambia niachane na carbohydrates, nilikuwa overweight, but nilikuwa sikuwa naamini mtu anaweza kaa bila carbohydrates bana.
Yeah. Any energy giving.
Until I went for energy giving foods.
Yeah.
Until I went for a test in hospital. Nikapata niko na ulcers.
Yeah.
I'm pre-diabetic.
Okay.
I was 89 kgs.
Where?
Overweight.
Okay. That's too much.
Sasa nili decide to go back. Yeah?
That's too much, bana.
No, that was until, yeah. You can imagine at 5'11".
Okay. And 89 kgs.
Yeah.
Amazing. How much do you weigh now?
Right now I'm weighing 76.
Perfect. Congratulations, bro. Keep going. You're on the right track.
Thank you.
Yeah, amazing.
Life without carbohydrates is amazing.
I know, bro. I know. People don't believe it. The gentleman has just disappeared again.
Actually, the doctor who told me that I can't survive without the kick.
You're disappearing and appearing. Yeah. His internet is. Mzeya, kindly come back. Who has anger? I've seen Lois saying, I won't lie, I have anger issues. You don't have anger issues. You've allowed the spirit of the devil to live in you and it controls you. He's actually the one that is actually telling you, please say you have anger issues. Okay? He's the one who is controlling you and telling you. So if you have anger, we need a conversation. Why do you have anger and why do you think you have anger in you? Let's go. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, how are you? Kindly mute your background.
Hello.
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, this is Mike speaking. Huh?
Mike.
Yes.
Yes, Mike.
First of all, good evening to you.
Good evening, sir. Kindly raise your voice a little bit.
Yeah. Also, you can hear me now.
Yes, I can, but from far. But anyway, continue.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Well, now I must start by thanking you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for coming through, especially to someone like me.
Yes.
Who never used to do anything, will never take anything concerned fasting.
Okay.
Secondly, I believe that carbohydrates were always my favorite.
Okay.
Yes, but since I joined in your platform,
Yeah.
I've since learned a lot.
Amazing. Thank you, sir. And how did you find out about us?
Sorry?
How did you find out about us?
Just through TikTok. Huh?
Okay.
Then from there, I shifted to YouTube. Huh?
Okay.
Did the subscription, and in fact, there's no video viewers that I think I've ever made.
Amazing.
The same way to your life.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Amazing. Oh, awesome. Good. This is just interesting. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Let me see. There was somebody who was here. I want those people who say, "I have anger." I want to know, why do you have anger? why do you? Why do you have anger? All of you who are liking the live, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for liking it. This is the best place to be. You have opened my eyes on this, and these days I identify those who need to. Hey, who is this? Yes, Osongo.
Yes. Hi, Daktari.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Talk to us. Do you have anger?
No.
Oh,
Since I started watching you,
yeah.
I got healed from. I had pressure,
Yes.
and when I started following you, I got healed completely. I don't take my medicine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Amazing, amazing. And allow me to ask you this. I'm happy actually for your journey in terms of blood pressure control and all that. But maybe somebody who is listening to you at this moment in time would like to know, how did you win the battle against anger?
First of all,
Yes.
I can say it is God because I'm saved.
Okay.
And the first thing I normally do very early in the morning before I wake up, I ask God to give me peace.
Okay.
So if someone messes with me, I don't see if it's a big deal.
Okay.
Yes, that is the secret that I can feel how I live.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Okay. And is their father present and actively involved?
Yes.
Do you guys share bills?
Yes, we do.
Oh, why?
Where I can. It is not a must.
Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing.
I
So it's
just chip in.
okay.
I chip in where necessary.
Okay. And you believe that he is the head of you?
Yes, and I respect him very, very much.
Amazing, amazing. How long have you been married?
Almost 20 now.
Congratulations! Hey! I love
Thank you.
I love the sound of that. Marriage is an institution that is ordained by God. I bless that marriage.
Yes, amen.
Man, say hi to him and thank you so much for coming through. We appreciate you.
So my problem is I had neuropathy last year.
Yeah.
And I fighted it. It went.
Mm-hmm.
But from there, I started feeling the numbness on the left side.
Okay.
After taking those neuropathy, it went away.
Okay.
Now there's something that I feel when I handle the phone for so long.
Mm-hmm.
My chest starts to it itches.
Okay.
Like electric. Yani it's like electricity. The way those wires. Yani you hear evil.
Okay.
More especially kwa matiti and kuteremka the left side. So nikaacha and then I shift to the mkono ya right.
Okay.
Kushika nayo simu, the same thing. Yes. So I don't know whether it is the phone or it's another case. I don't understand.
Have you gone for any checkup so far?
Not yet, really.
Why don't you go for a checkup, maybe a full body checkup, and then see what is happening so that we can actually address it from a center of diagnosis instead of a center of speculation?
Okay.
Go and do a full hemogram, go and do a CRP test, go and do a HbA1c, and then those three results will tell us where we are in terms of health.
Okay.
Yeah. Start from there at least. Once they are clear, now we can actually clear other things.
And now I'm 70 kg from 83.
Ooh. Hey, another win, another win, another win. I hope women here are hearing this. Man, congratulations. It's not easy.
Do you remember me asking you the question on Facebook? I asked you if it is well to fast
when breastfeeding. Yes. Yes, I remember that.
You remember?
Yes, I do.
Yes, that was me.
Amazing. Is it a son or daughter?
A daughter.
How old is he? How old is she? Sorry.
She is now 1.2.
Amazing.
1 and 2 months.
Amazing. Congratulations. I'm proud of you as a mother. Keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, I'll be proud to see you even at.
By the way.
Yes.
I fast. I take those fermented cabbage.
Yeah.
Everything that you talk, I normally follow.
Amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Onsongo. Yeah. This is interesting. This is so interesting. I like hearing such stories because these are people who understand the gospel. They do it. It works for them, and they come and say it here. And I'm telling you, as you hear this, on Tuesday we're having a testimonial Tuesday. It's going to light up the place. Testimonial Tuesday coming. People on YouTube, if you can make a call to us, use 0707 2020 74 so that we can get to have a conversation with you. And there we go. Hello. Hello. I'm not able to hear you clearly. Who is this?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, this is. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Who is this?
This is Ogola Dan.
Ogola Dan.
Yes.
Welcome to this conversation, Ogola Dan. Talk to us.
Yes, I learned about you some years back, last year.
Yes.
And I've seen some great improvement.
Okay.
Thank you very much for this live.
I appreciate. Which platform did you hear me from?
Sorry?
Which platform did you find about me on?
There is this guy who was appreciating who have impacted his life.
Yes. Oh, Elvis.
Yes.
Amazing.
So he mentioned you and he mentioned some other guy. So when I started following, I started from your side.
Yes.
And went to America.
Okay.
Yes. Then from that point, at least from America, he helped me manage anger issues.
Yes.
By advising to detach ourselves from some of the things that we can't control.
Amazing.
Yes, and from your side, I managed to heal my gut.
Amazing. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we wish you well as you continue. How much do you weigh now?
I was weighing 89.
Okay.
Currently, I'm weighing 69.
Perfect, bro. Perfect.
I'm in very good condition.
Hey, man.
Yes, and at least now I can do a fast of 48 hours.
Yes.
It was very difficult to start, but at least in the last 1 month I've done it twice.
Okay.
Only that I experienced some fever during breaking my fast and some diarrhea.
Yeah.
Because I had to take food very fast.
Yeah, you thanked yourself for fasting.
Yes. But with that, at least I went back to the videos on how to break fast.
Yeah.
Yes, now I think next I'll be in a very good position to break the fast.
Man, congratulations, bro. We are proud of you. Keep doing you. Keep saving lives around you. And may God bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
Amazing. Listen to men saving themselves. And you're there arguing. No, you know. Yay. Hey, kuja pole pole. Men are saving themselves, changing their lives for the better. And it's interesting. Super amazing. Let's talk to somebody else here. Let me read. Hey. Njogu. Hey. This one is in a pub trying to sip two for the road and he's making a call to us. Why would you do that? Njogu? Get out of the pub, bro. Stay away from the bar. Go lift the bar. Yes, EMO.
Yeah, Doc. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Good. How about you?
All is well. Talk to us. Do you have anger?
No.
You never get angry?
Honestly, I don't like lying. I'll tell you, I never get angry.
But why would you find the reason to defend the fact that you never get angry? Why don't you just say, yes, I never get angry?
You see, it's same way, not a defense.
Okay.
Yes, the reason being,
Yeah.
there are things that are way beyond our control. There are things that you can just watch and have no opinion on them. You see, if you want to have opinion on everything, that is the point that you are going to miss the way out.
Okay.
Yes, and for sure I'll tell you that, look, for example, what is happening right now around in our country. If you for example, want to say that you're waking up to the new news, new media things.
Yeah.
You're going to find yourself impressed. You cannot control what the media will, for example, they would want to tell you.
Yeah, true. That is true.
You'll find that at one good point they are going to air their news concerning maybe Mpox. The second time they are on this, the next time they are on this. You will not be able to control all that.
Yeah, the media actually acts as a source of or a form of distraction to the public, who really are so emotional. So it just distracts you from the real deal, and that's why it's just part of the circus. EMO's network has disappeared. Allow me to read some comments here before I pick some more calls. You have an international audience that don't understand the language you speak at times. All right, ladies and gentlemen, because of us being international, allow us to flex a little bit. We are international, ladies and gentlemen. So kindly speak English, okay? Kindly speak English. Yeah, I understand, Wilson. We apologize. I spark so easily. This American melon. I spark so easily. Trying to work on it. How are you trying to work on anger? Because the more you work on it, the more you become angry. And the reality is you should never work on anger. You should simply just doubt your thoughts and let that anger go. That's the best way to start fighting. Because you see, the enemy is within you. So that devil inside you, that spirit of evil inside you does not want to die. That's why it controls you to do things that you don't want to do. Okay, so for you to kill him, you must be aware of yourself. Become aware, because when you become aware, it's like you saying, I'm unable to do this on my own. Let the spiritual battle be spiritual. And now God takes it out of you. But if you start fighting it or trying to work about it, you don't know what you're doing, because you see, that's the same spirit of evil trying to dictate you through your thoughts. He's telling you, oh, don't worry, you have anger, but you're trying. Okay, and then you simply think you fixed it. The next minute you're erupting again. You're triggered again. And then he tells you, so you said you're working on it. What is happening to you? He's the same person who is actually telling you, you have anger. And then he tells you it's normal, it's human to have anger. And then the next time he's telling you, why are you unable to handle the anger? So don't stop working on it. Simply relax, be aware of yourself, live in the present, stop having opinion over things. Okay, because when you have an opinion over things, you start being judgmental. Or when you judge, you're sinning. And you're allowing the spirit of evil to actually grow in you. Okay, stick in prayer, the silent prayer. Simply close your eyes, listen to yourself. That's a silent prayer. But doubt your thoughts. Let them just come in and leave. Let them come in and leave. Because when you hold on to your thoughts, that is you holding on to the spirit of evil. And he uses that as a weakness to control you. So do not allow that. At me having anger plus appetite, zinakutana nikikula kila kitu. Hey, wewe. Hey. Let me not talk, because what? Yeah, it's hard here. I want those people who are saying I have anger. Do not be afraid to have this conversation, because again, this is the reason why we started this Identity Fridays, to help you overcome anger. to help you overcome the spirit of evil. Okay, to help you actually forgive those you resent so that you can actually be forgiven. But if you're holding on to that, oh, you're going to miss it out totally. You're going to miss it out. Some of you love your own hell, and that's why you want to stay in that hell. Look at somebody who masturbates. 1 minute ago, they were not willing to masturbate. 10 minutes later, they are super masturbating. And then a minute after masturbating, they are judging themselves. And now that is sin. They are judging themselves for the act. Yes, Mickey.
Hello, Dr. How are you?
All is well. How are you?
All is well.
Yes. Do you know God or do you know about God?
I know God.
Tell me about that. How do you know God? Crickets.
Yes, crickets. Utanipima bangi leo. Tuachie hapo.
Why are you running?
Let's go to this.
Why are you running?
Let's go to the anger issue.
Okay, so do you have anger?
Not anymore.
Do you have anger?
No.
Okay. Do you get angry?
No.
Amazing, amazing. So how did you win the battle against anger?
Number one, eating healthy. Number two, no expectations on anybody. So, yeah.
When you say no expectations on anybody, what do you mean? Who is this anybody?
I mean just anybody. I don't expect anything. So if you do me dirty, I saw that coming. If it's good, I saw it coming.
How would you know that this person is doing you dirty? Is that you not judging? Because how would you know this person is doing you dirty?
No, really, like if you... Okay. What example can I give? I don't know. But if you done that, you just know that you've been done dirty.
But is that you not judging? And yet judging is the spirit of evil. How would you know that this person is judging you if you don't have opinion over it?
If you tell me that, okay, if you insult me,
okay,
that is not good, right? That's bad.
But did you know that nobody insults you? You insult yourself. Because you see, somebody is just trying to live their life. Why would you care about them? Why would you think they're actually insulting you? It means you know insult, so you're identifying with evil. What if that's how they talk? But what if that's how they talk?
How they talk.
Yeah.
Why would you tell me that I have a big head?
but why would you mind about that?
Why would you tell me I have a big head?
Why would you mind about that? What if they're just expressing the truth?
Okay, must you say it like that?
That is you now getting expectations because you want them to say things that will actually make you feel happy and feel comfortable because you think they're the ones who are supposed to make you happy.
Not really.
Okay. Amazing. So you've won the battle against anger, but you still expect people not to tell you have a big head.
That was an example.
And I'm actually using that example perfectly.
Okay.
Do you have anger, Mickey?
No.
Okay, I rest my case. Why do people run away from this conversation? Why? Anyway, okay.
We're still working on it. It's not perfect. We're still working on it.
So you have anger?
No.
But if you're working on it, it means you still have anger. Because how are you working on it?
I'm perfecting it.
Have you forgiven your mother for imparting her identity in you?
I did.
Have you forgiven your father for allowing your mother to actually impart that identity in you?
I did.
Amazing. And how was the feeling?
Relieving.
Okay, perfect. Do you have somebody you resent?
No.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Now you. May go to my question.
No, which question? Ask. As long as it's identity question, ask them.
Yes, it is.
Okay, go ahead.
Days ago, I saw a mother who had a boy in the facility that I work at. And then we were trying to get some measurements from the boy. We were trying to do some anthropometric measurements.
Okay.
For the boy. So the boy got angry. Is that how I'm supposed to say it? Got angry, threw himself down. He removed his shoes and threw them under the table.
Okay.
Grabbed his mother's the bag and threw everything inside it, like literally everything. So I was wondering. Then the mother was like, "Anakwanga tu hivyo atakuwa sawa."
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, does it start like that? Like, what's wrong with this boy?
The person who said anakuanga tu hivyo, that's the wrong thing in the boy's life. And also you see, children learn by imitation and observation. So the simplest thing to actually explain that child is exactly the same image to the mother. It's only that the mother did not find a reason to actually get triggered. So that son is actually behaving just like the mother, and that shows you that the mother is also angry. The boy doesn't have an identity at this moment in time, and the father is either absent or the father is a weak male.
Well, twende pole pole.
Did you find out a background check?
Like, how the mother is single?
Oh, is a single mother?
Yes.
Why is she a single mother? Yet we are supposed to get children in. Children are supposed to be in wedlock. Why would she have children out of wedlock?
I don't know.
Well, now you have the answers. These are the questions you would have asked. Because you see, if you ask me, I'll give you a biased argument. But the reality is, I already mentioned it, that maybe the father is weak, a weak male, or the mother, or there's no father, there's absence of the father. So now the mother is actually angry about the father and whatever happened between them and the father. And now that anger is actually being imposed on the child. And that's how children start getting these false and fake identities. And you can see it already in those actions. So imagine if when that child gets to teenage and he starts interacting with girls, he'll end up attracting girls who are just chaotic as the mother. He will end up attracting older females because he knows women are supposed to provide. So it's not easy and it's not right for a woman to raise a son on their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the best way, what is the best way for this mother? Because I know she'll come again, and I would wish to talk to her.
Attach the son to the father. Is that simple?
What?
It is that simple.
Oh, okay.
Whether he likes it or not, he can choose.
The boy is just 3 years, just 3.
And therefore.
So I'm wondering, like that much anger at 3 years.
But anger does not care about age. Anger is identity problems. Identity problems don't care about ages. Yeah, you see the boy, whether he likes it or not, whether he does it now or not, at some point he'll have to do it because you see the boy is already resenting the mother. And these are the boys who will actually destroy the mothers. You've heard of these sons killing their stepfathers because of anger. Yeah, because now the mother is actually loading in the head of this boy that you're just like the same image of your father, because he looks at the boy and sees the image of the father. And the boy does not like that treatment already. So he rejects that and he starts resenting the mother. The bad thing is the boy does not even know. And this boy has been dragged into crazy things that is innocent.
Okay.
So whatever happened between the mother and the father is none of our business. Whether the father was weak or the mother is evil, that's none of our business. Children are supposed to be raised by both parents. And that's simple. That's why children are supposed to be gotten in wedlock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That is answered.
Amazing.
I'll do my best to talk to that woman.
But why would you do your best? Why do you want to be a mediator in this? Everybody has to find their own path. Why do you think that you see, by the time you're looking at this woman and thinking I can help, it means you're thinking you're a better person. So why don't you just fix you and let them fix themselves?
You see the part that she said, that is the part that.
But you see, that's none of your business.
Also, I let her be.
Mind your own business. Fix the inside of you, and the rest shall align. Okay? Let it be. Let them fight their own battles. They'll find their way. Trust me, they'll find their way. They always find a way. Simply, what you can do is just make a silent prayer for them and pray that God helps them see light in the same window that you saw light through. That's the only thing you can do. Okay, so you intervene through prayer for them so that they can actually see light through the same window that you saw light through. And yes, because even if you advise them, they'll not see the sense until all of them get to suffer. That's when they'll recognize God.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's none of your business to fix anybody. You're here to live your life, do your purpose, and your purpose is to seek God, and the rest shall align.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a good night and happy birthday, everyone.
Amazing. Thank you so much, and karibu sana kukula mbuzi. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to actually market my platforms. I have 2 platforms on YouTube: Health and Wellness Sport. If you're on TikTok and you've never visited my YouTube page, go there and subscribe. Health and Wellness Sport. Okay. I also have a page on TikTok. Follow me. Is Health. You're doing a live on. Now we do lives on Monday. Like next week, we'll do Monday, Tuesday, testimonial Tuesdays, Wednesday, another live. We'll rest on Thursday. On Friday, we'll do another Identity Friday, because our Fridays are now Identity Fridays and Tuesdays are Testimonial Tuesdays. Now, we also do physical and online consultations. Our physical consultations happen in Nairobi because that's where our offices are. So you can actually book an appointment through the contact that we provide all the time, 0707 07 0707 07 4722. That is a contact for online and physical consultations. You can actually book your slot through that contact, okay? And yes, that's how we operate. I have a platform on Telegram called Health and Wellness Sport. That's the home of healthcare. You can't miss there. Just go on Telegram and search Health and Wellness Sport and join in, and let's do this. So thank you so much for that. We also sell merchandise. We sell fermented cabbage. We sell coffee, roasted coffee for that matter. And we sell sheep tallow. All these can be ordered through the same contact or the contact that I provide on my Telegram for Brian Omwenga. Imenti, second floor, shop number 6T. That's where our products are. So you can do a walk-in and just go and enjoy these products. They're super awesome and you love them. They're healthy. So that's the only thing we do. Do not be lured to buy anything else from somebody who is telling you it's health and wellness sport. No, that is not us. Okay? So yeah, thank you so much. Anger, this is Joy Samuel. Anger and bitterness had led others to hypothyroidism. Overcoming anger is great miracle. Yes, you have to overcome anger. And anger is actually something that actually makes you identify with evil and you suffer your own problems. Good. So yeah, a very important topic today. This is touching lives. Amazing. Thank you. Let's talk to Prof. This was a conversation. So you people who are thinking, oh, I have a reputation I have to protect. You don't have anything. You came without a reputation, you live without one. So you don't have anything you're protecting here. Your role is to seek the truth, the rest shall be added unto you. So, I have a brand. Oh, I have a reputation. Oh, I love my family. Oh, I love my children. Oh, my spouse is my everything. God is your everything. Seek God first, the rest shall be added unto you. And listen to this, 1 John chapter 4 verse 18. There is no fear in perfect love and peace. Fear comes with punishment. Hey, listen to that. There is no fear in perfect love and peace. Hakuna uoga, there's no fear. That thing that you have inside you is not God. That's the spirit of evil. And the problem about that is when you have this fear, you start dragging other people into your own problems, because misery loves company. So you're busy dragging other people into your own problems so that you can feel better, because you think, the devil tells you, if you drag more people into this mess, you will feel better, only to realize you will never feel better. You will never feel better. People who have anger, people who have doubt, people who have this spirit of evil inside of them, they are so emotional, very emotional. They play victims. Every time you're trying to play a victim, you want people to actually do things that actually make you feel good. That's your own problem. Find you. And then these same people impose their anger on other people. And mothers are the ones who play this card. Imposing their anger, their issues with anger, with the father, they impose it on the children. And now these children have to suffer, because imagine taking 18 years to impose your identity in your child. And then this child will take the rest of his life trying to fix that identity problem. Because until they know how to forgive you so that they can overcome you, they will always have that spirit of evil inside them. And this is what is happening right now. Every person has the spirit of anger that was imposed in them when they were growing up. Schools, parents, friends, politicians, all of them are giving you these false identities. And you forget about yours because they shun the light and now they give you the darkness. And when you enjoy the spirit of darkness, that is evil trying to control you. You will do things that are of the dark. And until you get to forgive and go back and reunite with your biological father, you will have problems. So it doesn't matter if your father is in the trench, a drunkard like crazy, it doesn't matter. That anger you have inside you is actually coming from an emotional side of life. And that's why I'm telling you, in this world, in this moment in time, we have so many weak men and we have so many angry women. Women are angry because men are becoming so weak. And men are weak because they were raised by weak fathers and weak mothers and angry mothers, sorry. Oh, let's do this. This is Prof. Hi, Prof.
Hi, Doctor. How are you?
All is well. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Where are you talking to us from?
I'm from South Africa.
South Africa is in the building. Do you know God or do you know about God?
Now I know God.
Okay. How do you know God?
Because of doing good things to people, not to hate people.
Were you used to hating people?
Yeah, sometimes if someone did something wrong to me, I want to revenge. But as for now, I'm no longer that person.
And what is this that you used to call wrong things?
Like someone want to hate me or someone want to tell lies about me.
And how would you know that these people are telling lies about you or they are hating you?
When they say things I didn't do, then it is obvious that they are lying about that.
So who do they tell?
They will tell people around or other relatives.
What if those people who were told are actually lying to you? They just want to... You see the bigger picture? Because the bigger picture dictates that you don't care about what anybody says about you. It doesn't matter, because if they are saying anything that is evil, they are not fighting you. They're just fighting the spirit of evil that is living inside them. It's the one that is controlling them to do what they are saying. Okay, so when you start seeing that these people are insulting me, they're talking bad about me, they are not. These people are living their life because they have a spirit of evil that is controlling them. And if you have a spirit of evil inside you that is also controlling you, you'll get upset when they say these things. But if you have the spirit of good inside of you, what do? You simply watch, discern evil, and what do? You make a prayer for them. You simply make a silent prayer that God helps them see light through the window that you're seeing light through.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the only thing you do. So do not expect anything from anybody, because you came alone and you will leave alone. And your role on this earth is to serve God and to find God. Once you do that, the rest shall be added unto you. And at that moment in time, you will not think you care about people. You will not empathize with anybody. You will not sympathize with anybody. You will not judge people. You will not create opinion over anything. And that's how life will be. You will not feel the need to be loved or to love, because God will control what you do. You will be a vessel that is actually working through you. So whatever he says, you will do. Just the same way, whatever Satan says, who becomes God to other people, is what they do. And they don't want to do that. But the problem is they allow Satan to live in them, and they don't want him to die. So you must die of your evil nature so that you can resurrect in the nature of good.
Okay, Doc. What about if people are asking help from you? You will help them. You see that it's now an ongoing thing.
You see, if somebody is asking for help from you, they came to you because they need it. Okay? So one, do not judge them. Do not think they are needy, because if you judge them, you're actually sinning. So what do? You only help when you're in a position to help. Don't think you're so good that you can actually give out if you don't have enough. You can only help when you have enough. And again, when somebody comes to you for help, when you have the spirit of good, it's not you who will be helping. It's the spirit of good inside you will be using you as a vessel to just help or to give. So your role is to seek that spirit of good. When you have it, everything shall be guided. You will be guided by that spirit. So you'll not have to worry about if I should give or if I should not give. Because it's not you doing it. It's somebody or a spirit inside you that's actually guiding you.
Yeah, sometimes you will sacrifice or stop, or I can stop my plans because of helping others.
First things first.
Is it that okay?
First things first. You don't have any plans. Your plan depends on who is inside you. Do you understand me? When you have the spirit of evil inside you, that spirit will control you. That's the one that is making plans for you. When you have the spirit of good, that's what is controlling you. Therefore, you'll end up doing things according to the plan of that spirit, not you. We are just vessels. We experience life in this physical way. But the thing that is guiding us is the spirit inside of us. And that spirit is only two. It's either evil or good, right or wrong. So you choose the spirit to identify with, and the rest aligns. Your role is not to plan anything. Your role is to choose the spirit and let it work with you.
So you mean, as for me, or I can eat or buy cabbages and eat cabbages or buy bones and oil bones?
Let me ask you a question. Were you raised by both parents?
Yes.
Was your father the ultimate provider?
Yes.
And was he present all through?
Yes.
Are you married?
I was divorced after 25 years of marriage.
So why did he find it right to divorce you after 25 years of marriage?
I think people fall out of love.
But we cannot know how to love if we don't have God inside of us. So people don't fall out of love because love is not something that we can control. Love is something that comes from above, from God to the man, from the man to the woman, to the woman to the children. That's how it flows. So if the man does not know God, and then there's no love in that marriage.
So how could you manage?
What is the reason why he divorced? Or did you divorce him, or did he divorce you?
He divorced me. I will say he divorced me because after I graduated, then he said that I have to pay rent. We have to share to pay rent and buy food, or I can move out where I can pay rent of my own and buy my own food.
Oh, so your husband was not a provider. He thought it was
providing.
But at some point he thought it was right that you two share bills.
Yes, and I thought that it was a way of getting rid of me.
Before you got married, had you forgiven your mother for putting some emotions in you?
I'm not aware of that.
Rather, had you fixed your identity before getting married?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, we attract who we are. Whoever we get married to is the same person that we are from within us. So we attract who we are. So if you don't have an identity, and how do you get an identity? You forgive your mother for putting her emotions in you, and you forgive your father for allowing your mother to put your emotions in you. And that's the only time you get your identity. That's the only time you know good. And when you know good, you attract good. How did you do that before getting into a marriage? Did you?
No.
Amazing. So you got into a marriage without an identity.
Yeah, I was not aware of that.
Oh, okay. So it's not your fault anyway. So yeah, you attracted the wrong guy. And yeah, he took so much time, wasted a lot of time before he just kicked you out. But that was his intention from the beginning. Only that maybe what he was doing in terms of provision and maybe protection, whatever he was doing actually masked you from seeing the red flags all over. And then they came out 25 years later. You can imagine a man who gets intimidated because you graduated. Instead of him doing better so that he can actually provide exclusively, now he starts asking you to pay rent. He starts asking you to share bills. So yes, you chose the wrong person and it's not your fault. It was the fault of the spirit that was actually building a home in you, the spirit of evil. And the only way to get that spirit out of you was to forgive your mother and then forgive your father so that you identify with the father, the spirit of the father, and now you have the good. So do you have children with this man?
Yes.
How?
I have two boys.
You have 2 boys. Are you raising them?
Yeah, they are now grown up, 29 and 22.
So you separated when these boys were how old?
24 and 19.
Would you say they are independent? Are they married?
They are not.
Would you say they are independent?
Yeah, because they are staying on their own.
Oh, staying on your own does not mean you're independent. It just means you can pay bills.
Yeah, when they are providing for themselves.
Oh, they are providing for themselves.
Yes.
Have you asked for forgiveness from them? Because you see, when you separated, now the love got divided. And I hope you've never told them something ill about their father.
No, the father is the one who is doing that. Is for me, no, I do not do that.
So have you asked them to forgive you?
No?
Have you asked them to forgive you? Because at some point they'll have to, because they will end up being in relationships that like just the one that you just ended. Do you know that? Because they'll right now they have a spirit of you and the father, and you see the father is weak. So these children will have to forgive all of you for them to get an identity so that their life opens up, or else they will end up just like you. You know that?
So what must I say to them when I'm asking for forgiveness?
Just simply face them and tell them, hey, I've raised you into these sons that you are, but I want you to forgive me for actually imparting my false identity in you. And then you ask them to go and forgive their father.
Okay.
It is that simple, so that they get their own identities. At this moment in time, they have multiple identities. They have your identity, they have the identity of the weak father, and now they resent both of you. Maybe that's the reason why they're running away from you. So they so for them to get their own identity and know what is good and what is wrong, they have to forgive you, and then they have to forgive their fathers. And then when they identify with the spirit of the father, that's them reconnecting with the God, because biological fathers are earthly representation of God to children.
Yeah, thank you. And as if you said that this man from the onset he was just using me, he doesn't love me from the onset.
No. You see, listen. I think yes.
I think it is true, because I also said that to myself. I think from the onset this man doesn't love me, but he wanted to use me.
No.
Want to have someone to.
No, you see, let me tell you this, the truth. Let me cut you short because I want to tell you the truth. The truth is, you did not have an identity when you attracted this man. And you attracted who you are. So all of you had the identity of evil. And now each one of you was using each other to just feel comfortable and feel complete, because you thought, oh, this man loves me. So nobody loves you apart from God. So you thought that this man loved you just because he was providing. And he thought that you are the woman for him because you provided the sex. So he got lured into this, and I tell you this for free. Every man and every woman shows their red flags from the word go. The only problem with men is we are so brainwashed, or actually blinded with the sex, we forget the red flags. Women are blinded with what they are being done to. The man playing around with their emotions a little bit. They call them bad boys. They actually mask the spirit of evil by calling these men bad boys. So you attract who you are. So stop blaming him. He's gone. He's none of your business right now. Your business now is to seek the truth, and the rest shall be added unto you. So therefore, for you have to forgive your mother and forgive your father, so that you get your identity. And after you get that identity, now you can actually go and ask your sons to actually forgive you for actually messing them up. And then when you do that, tell them. Do not expect anything from them. Just tell them that, and then tell them to go and face their fathers, because they have to overcome their father also. Tell them to go to face their fathers, ask for forgiveness from their fathers, and whatever the father says should be none of their business. That's how you get an identity. And through that identity now, you get guidance from the identity from above.
Then they will go to their father and ask for forgiveness about what will they say to their father?
Why are you concerned about them? Why don't you fix you first? Because for them it's easy. They just come to you and tell you, hey mom, we've been resenting you for no good reason. We apologize. And whatever you say to them is none of their business. They leave you now. They go to the father and tell the father, hey dad, we saw what happened between you and mom, and it's unfortunate, but we realized we've been resenting you for no good reason. We apologize. Once they do that, they get their own identities. Whether you forgive them or you don't forgive them is none of their business. Because remember, human beings cannot forgive. It's God who forgives. But you must get them off. You must get these obstacles off your path of forgiveness. And that's how you get an identity.
Okay, as for me, to forgive my parents, they are no longer alive.
Then simply do a silent prayer and let God.
Okay.
Yeah, do a silent prayer, let God. But simply go and face your children and tell them to forgive you for actually imparting your own identity in them.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You deserve better. Go change your life for the better, okay?
All right.
Amazing conversation there, Prof. Thank you so much, Prof. There's somebody called Lebo. Lebo is saying something. Lebo, I hope you can actually request to come in. I saw your text and it was a little touching, because I want to help you also to overcome that. There's also another guy who was, I don't know, Yusa something, who was actually bringing in a certain issue, and I hope you can actually come in so that I can actually address your issue. Please, Lebo and that gentleman, is it a man or a female? It's just Yusa and a number. My friends, this is a spiritual battle. Anger is a spiritual battle. You cannot win it. You must find your bearing. Once you find the bearing, the anger disappears. But as much as you keep on fighting and thinking you're doing the right thing, you're even digging deeper. And as you dig deeper, God is not an emotional God. Okay? So he will not come through unless you give up. The more you keep fighting, the more you suffer. The more you keep fighting, the more you suffer. The more you keep fighting with that anger, the more you defend the anger with different things. Oh, I'm emotional. Oh, I have OCD. Oh, I have ADHD. Oh, I have PTSD. You're actually sugarcoating and actually giving the devil a new name and title. Yes, Chemtai. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
All is well. Talk to us.
Yeah, for me, I was raised by a single mother.
Yes.
Who was very bitter, and it has really affected me. I'm a mother right now too.
Yeah.
And I have seen my mother in me.
Yes.
So I'm so bitter. I'm not single, but I am so bitter.
Yeah.
And it's affecting my children.
How many children do you have?
The anger. In fact, one of the pattern I have noticed.
Yeah.
My firstborn son is more affect pia. Na mtoto akona hasira mbaya.
Okay.
Na mimi nimenotice hii kitu. My mom raised us with bitterness. Ndio alikuwa peke yake, maisha ilikuwa ngumu.
Yes.
Hiyo kitu pia mimi ni kama I got married kabla hata mimi sijahili.
Yes, you actually running away from your mother.
Mama yangu angenitusi maneno ingine yenye nikikumbuka sasa hata nalia.
Yeah, you actually running away from your mother, and you thought that getting married will be a solution to problems that are coming in from your past.
Yes.
Now, has your mother ever told you the reason why she broke up with your father?
No.
Has she ever introduced you to your father?
I know my father.
Yes.
I have tried to reach out kuongea na he has no problem, but si yule mtu mwenye nimemtafuta mara si moja si mbili.
Yes.
Anaongea tu, ukimpigia simu, niko na namba yake, ukimpigia simu ataongea nawe vizuri, ya kuadvise. Hana mambo, but si yule mtu mwenye anaweza get back to you without you reaching out to them.
Okay, amazing. Now listen, the truth is this, and I want you to change your life for the better. How many children do you have?
3.
How many boys?
2.
Would you want your boys to attract a woman who is angry and chaotic just like you?
No.
Exactly. So please fix your life so that you can actually know how to raise those sons. You have a man right now?
Yes.
Is he a stoic? Is he the ultimate provider? Or do you guys share bills?
He is the ultimate. He is a good person, but I am bad.
No. Listen, Jemtai, do not say.
I'm projecting to him to.
Do not say I am the bad one, because when you say that, you identify with the spirit of evil. Now, by the time you are thinking of sharing this truth, you are tired of being angry about yourself and about your mother. So I want you to do this. Is your mother living near you or far? I want you to get that identity of you. That identity that you have of anger is not you. It is the identity of your mother. So I want you to go and face your mother, or even give her a call, okay? Because you have to overcome her. Give your mother a call and tell her this. Hello, mom. I appreciate you for raising me into the daughter that I am right now. However, I've realized whatever was happening in our life has made me resent you for no good reason. I apologize. And then give her about 10 seconds to respond. If she doesn't respond, if she speaks evil, do not care, because you don't expect anything from her. You're going to get identity from her by overcoming her. Okay? So you go there and tell her, hey, mom, I appreciate you for raising me into this daughter that I am right now. However, I realize I've been resenting you for no good reason, and I apologize. Now, God will see you suffering. God will see you giving up, because when you do that, you're actually showing God, I'm unable to do this, and I want you to give my identity. So God will get your mother off that path. He will get that anger and emotion out of you, because it's the nature of your mother. And once he will do that, you will feel a whole load of relief. And that is not enough. Call your father and tell your father the same thing. Hey, Dad, I apologize for resenting you for no good reason, even though you raised me into the daughter that I am right now. So I wish, or I hope that you can actually forgive me for resenting you. Whatever your father says is none of your business. What you're doing is you're going back to the father. You're going back to reconnect with the spirit and the soul of the father, the biological father, who is the godly representation of, the earthly representation of God to you. So you overcome the mother, and then you forgive the father, because he's the one who was supposed to protect you against the evil nature of your mother. But he was not there. So your mother saw your father in you and started resenting you because of that. So it's none of your business now. What you do is you face your mother, you tell her that, you overcome her. You face your father, you tell him that, you overcome him. And once you do that, God takes that burden off you, because it's not you. It's that thing that is actually controlling you and giving you that anger is the spirit of evil that you've allowed to settle in you, and your mother is the one who introduced it to you. So once you overcome these two people, God gets that emotion and anger out of you, the fear, the worry, the living in the future. He gets it out of you, and you become a free spirit. And then he gives you back your own identity. And through that identity, he will fill you with love. You will now know how to love your children. You will now know how to respect and submit to your husband. And there will be no chaos. Okay? Yes.
Listen, Doc, there's something I want to tell you. Last month, I went to pray somewhere.
Yes.
A place where we go to pray and fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place included for that. And then after my prayers, I decided I am going home to make peace with my mother. Now that I'm from my prayer center, and I've been resenting this, because my mother did so many bad things to me when I was young. So I've been having that thing, and I've been saying again and again. I went to pray, and after that I say this time around. In fact, and I had been away from my mother for almost 5 years. After prayers, I told myself, today I'm going home, and I'm going to stay with my mom for as long as I want before I go back to my family. And so I went. I finished my prayers and I went home. Do you know, my mother didn't want me.
Yeah, she's an evil woman.
My mother was not happy, and I realized I have realized that now that my mother is a toxic person, and from the look of things, there is nothing much I can do about that.
Listen.
In fact, I went.
Continue.
I went home. She was not even happy. I've been away for a long time. And before this, even you give birth, I was living in a place which was not far from my mother's. From my home.
Yeah.
You give birth, your mother will not even visit you at the hospital. Hata kama umepata complication.
I know.
Yes. I noted that. That is why I was not even going home. But then, a month ago, I went for prayers, and after praying and fasting, I had a conviction that I should
go and forgive her.
And see my father. Yes, and I did that. I listened. I think that was the Holy Spirit talking to me, and I listened. I obeyed, and I went. Now, I stayed for 2 days, and I saw, what happened?
They don't want me.
I didn't want to spoil everything. I told her, I came here to visit you.
Yeah.
Today, for these 2 days, let me go back to my children. But then I didn't go back. I didn't come back to my house. I went to my sister's place, a place which is not far from home also. So when she heard that I'm in my sister's home, of which she's not talking to my sister also, I want you to see this. There is a problem. My mother is right now. She has not talked to my sister for the last only 1.5 years or 2 years. How is the problem here? We realized it's like our mom is toxic because we have tried. We send our money. We are just trying, even if the relationship was not that good.
Yeah.
We are just trying.
Listen, Chemutai.
She's not talking to my sister.
Yes.
Her job is to kugonganisha watu, kukosanisha watu.
Yeah.
Anapigia huyu, amongelele huyu. Like when I left home, she started calling my sister, who is not even in Kenya, to tell her why she came here. She's so thin. Anateseka huko kwake.
Yeah.
Hana kitu. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Your own mother.
That is so annoying. And listen, I was
from fasting. So she saw me that I was not. You know, when you fast, I did a long fast.
Yeah.
So, and directly from the prayers, I went to home. Do you know, my mother saw me and she started talking ill about me. Oh, she's suffering. Look at her. She has been boasting, singing about what and what. She's not even helping me.
Yeah.
Guys, Jesus Christ.
I want you to know this, Chemutai.
Yes.
I want you to know this, that your mother, the problem is not your mother, it's the spirit that is inside her that is controlling her. So she's actually enjoying her own hell. So do not identify with that spirit, because you see, whatever she was doing to you made you resent her and you became just like her. Because whatever you resent, you become. Okay, so you have to get your identity from her. You have to overcome her. And I know most children fear their mothers. And at some point, you see, the devil is the one that was talking into your ears and telling you, wachana tu, you came here to forgive her, but now she's so unapproachable, leave. At that moment in time, you would have overcome that spirit of evil by telling your mother that, hey, I came over to tell you this, and this is what I'm going to say, and whatever she says is none of your business, because you're not expecting anything from her. Go straight and face her. Most people fear their mothers, and it's not because they fear them, it's because they resent them. Okay, when you resent your mothers, we are afraid of even facing them.
We have a lot of fear towards our mother.
And you see, that's the reason why
your phone and calling her, you tremble, and you're far away.
And that's the reason why your father left, because your father left because of that reason. And now she sees your father inside you, and now she resents you. And now when she resents you, she becomes even worse. She's digging her own hole. So you have to forgive her, and then go find your father and forgive him. And by the way, if you find time to just meet your father in person and ask him what happened, you will know the truth. So ask him for forgiveness. Do not tell him, I want to forgive you.
I met my father in person, and my father told me that your mother was bad. She used to abuse me. She never used to respect me. That is what my father told me the first time. When I was very young, I was in Form 2. My father told me, your mother.
Yeah.
He did say your mother was bad. He told me, hey, I really tried to live with your mother and raise you. But he abused me. He used to insult me. She was not nice to me. She would bad things about me to other people.
And that is the absolute truth. That is the absolute truth, because fathers don't lie to their children.
With him 100%.
Fathers don't lie to children. And you see, every child from within you long for a father. There's that devoid hole for your father, and that's why it's necessary to connect with your father. But you cannot connect with your father without overcoming your mother. So you overcome your mother, and then you forgive your father. Once you do that, and now you get your own identity, and you will see perfect peace, because that is what you need right now. And when you have that perfect peace, your home will blossom, your children will grow better. Your husband will be a happy husband. But right now, he's just thing your mother went through, and your mother is inside you, so you'll go through the same thing. So for you to avoid that, you must overcome her and then take your identity from your father, and then now you'll know how to love and respect your husband. And that's how beautiful life will be.
Yes.
Good. So go do that, okay?
At least I'm aware. For me, I have
Exactly.
There is this spirit. At least nimekuwa aware. I'm aware. This spirit that was with my mother, I can feel it in me.
Man, I wish you the best. I want you to get better because you actually need it. Okay? So go get it. Get that identity, and then you'll see how your marriage will blossom. And you'll see how your mother will suffer in her own hell.
Do you know I built my mother a house, lakini aliuza hiyo shamba juu alitaki na alitaka ndio nifili. I built my mother her house mpaka ikaisha. Hakuishi kwa hiyo nyumba, akauza hiyo shamba na hiyo nyumba akaenda. Ndio ni feel vibaya. That was the intention.
Oh.
Hiyo ndio tulirealize with my sister. Hebu sikia hiyo toxicity utafanya nini?
Simply do not judge her. Discern that evil nature, forgive her and move on, okay?
Okay.
Man, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
You are in our prayers and you'll be better. Trust me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Amazing story. Welcome to Identity Fridays. Amazing story. Somebody is saying here, listen to these people who have anger and emotions here. Somebody is saying maybe the father was toxic to the mother, which made her change. Now listen, nobody can change you. You are just a bitter person. You're just an evil person. Nobody can change you. Nobody. And fathers don't lie to children, I'm telling you, unless they are so evil also. And it's not their fault, it's the spirit that is inside of them. But from this story, we cannot say the father was bad, because this lady has talked to the father already, and you've heard what she said. The father did not even talk bad about the mother. He gave her the true story of what really happened. So the father knows that these children are actually longing to have me. But you can see the mother how is busy trying to fix, thinking that when she hates these daughters who look like the fathers, she's thinking she'll feel better. But she ends up suffering. So yes, you see where the problem is. I am not crazy. I'm not actually defending anybody here. I'm saying the truth because I've asked her and you heard her story. The story is out there, it's clear. Oh, that was a beautiful story. Man, I hope you can get your identity faster so that you can be better. You deserve it. This is why we do Identity Thursdays. My ex-husband ruined my children with his lies to them. Listen, you chose who you are. And he's not your ex-husband. He's just a human being now. Stop quoting the spirit of evil with these names, ex-husband. There's nothing like ex-husband. He's just an individual trying to live his life. You attracted who you are. And now you're portraying that anger on him and you simply become like him. You're thinking that he was the bad one, you are the better one. You are not. Because you attracted who you are. So instead of fixing you, you're now lashing that anger on him so that you can feel good. You're thinking you'll feel good by speaking bad about that gentleman. This is a gentleman who actually gave you children. So you can imagine you gave him your precious present, which is your womb. And now because he left, you're calling him bad. You want us to believe that he was the bad one. But you're the one who gave access to sex and you gave access to giving him children. So that means your choices were wrong. Because you did not have an identity when you got married to him. You did not forgive your mother. You did not overcome her. You did not forgive your father. So you went into a marriage without an identity. You were actually trying to run away from your past. You ended attracting the same people. You run away from your past, you attract them in the future. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Hey. Most people are so evil and they like living their own hell. We do love living in our own hell. And sometimes you think, I'm suffering from this depression because of genetics, because of this. No. It's because of lack of an identity. You don't have an identity and you're busy trying to run away from the truth. And as you run away from the truth, the spirit of evil just takes over. And now it controls you. It excites you from this ear only to depress you from this other ear. And until you get a spiritual bearing, those antidepressants are not going to do anything. Drugs cannot fix a spiritual battle. They can't. How about people who are raised by toxic aunts? In the first place, Zule, there is no toxic person. These are people who belong to God. And they've just chosen to have the evil nature in them. So when you call them toxic, you're actually judging them. You become a sinner. You don't have opinion over anything. You don't have to pass judgment over anything. What you need to do is you need to forgive them for imparting their identities on you. Face them, tell them, forgive them, so that you can get your identity back. Once you do that, you overcome them and you let them stay in their own hell. But the more you call them toxic, the more you become toxic just like them. You resent them, you become like them. Where? It's a deeper stuff here. Identity Fridays are just going to be amazing. I'm telling you. Lebolo. Thank you so much for requesting to be in. This is who? We are fixing souls one after the other. This is Lebolo.
Hi, doctor.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, and you, doctor?
All is well. Talk to us.
All I can say is that I was feeling amazing because I did the 72-hour fasting.
Okay.
But then this topic just messed up everything now. I'm being so emotional.
Yeah. This is a place, this is a home to learn those emotions, because we are here to help you overcome your emotions.
Yes, the thing is, I'm so angry, I'm so bitter. Yeah, I'm the firstborn. I have 3 little sisters.
Okay.
So I was raised by both parents.
Yeah.
So my mother, when she got married, my daddy's sisters, they left their kids with her.
Okay.
The same year that she get married, the kids were brought to her so that she can take care of them.
Yeah.
So I can say there were about 7 kids. She was raised 7 kids, and my daddy was the only one who was working by then.
Yeah.
So she tried, because all of us, we managed to finish school with grade 12.
Okay.
So it was a very difficult situation whereby my daddy couldn't afford it. There were some things, especially the school uniform.
Mm-hmm.
We could go without shoes and stuff because there were so many of us, and they wouldn't buy for one, otherwise the other one wouldn't have. So they rather not buy for all of us. So that's how we grew up.
Okay.
So the only people who were always helping by then were my mother's sisters.
Yeah.
They were working, and they could bring some second-hand clothes for us.
Yeah.
So that's how we grow. So life goes on like that up until 2016.
Yeah.
Okay, I finished school.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2005, I get married.
Okay.
So I left home. My parents were still together by then with my other sisters. So these other kids, their parents took them as well. So it was only my mother's kids that were there.
Okay.
So 2016, my father started doing some things whereby he started cheating.
Okay.
Started beating my mom. Up until now, he left home.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm carrying this feeling with me, which is, as the firstborn, I feel like I have failed my mom. Like seeing her every day,
Mm-hmm.
because she's just a humble person, if I can tell. She doesn't talk much. And she loves everybody, because even the kids, the relative kids, everybody loves her because they have that natural love.
Okay.
And that's why she managed even to help these other kids to finish school, even though she had nothing, but she made it a point that everybody's going to finish school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm having this thing that I'm failing. I have failed as a firstborn daughter, because now she's suffering and there's nothing that I can do about it.
But you see, you've not failed anybody, because you came alone and you will live alone. Your only role is to seek truth, and the rest shall be added unto you. So why are you thinking that you failed somebody? You are not here to actually impress anybody. You are here to live a life, and that life is to glorify God. It's that simple. So you've not failed anybody. Stop thinking you failed somebody. And now you see, I'll tell you this for free. Until you get an identity, and I talk about identities and people think it's a joke. You see, anger does not come from just the trees. It doesn't. And I know very well you don't like being angry. You don't like feeling this way because it is hell and you don't like being in hell. But the only way you can actually overcome that hell is by forgiving them. Now, whatever your father did to your mother is none of your business. Because you see, your mother attracted who she was. Whether she is this good person according to you, but how would you know that she's a good person when you don't have the spirit of good inside you? Because you see, anger does not harbor love. A heart that has anger cannot harbor love. So it doesn't know good. So right now you're angry about everything. And when you have that anger, you don't have love inside of you. So you don't know God. You know about him, but you don't know God. So the only way to find out the truth is to seek it. And how do you seek it? Get an identity by forgiving your mother. Just tell her you're tired of resenting her and you apologize. Overcome her, go face your father and tell him the same thing. That regardless of what was happening, you raised us into these daughters that we are. But I apologize for resenting you for no good reason. Once you do that, whatever they say, do not care about it. Simply move. And once you move, you will be moving with an identity because God will see your suffering. He will get their false identities off you. He will load you with your own identity and then you will fill that identity with love. So everything that you will be doing will be a revelation from God through that identity. Because God does not speak to people. He reveals things to people. And he cannot reveal anything to you without an identity. So when you get that identity, he will be revealing things through that identity. And now you'll do good because you'll have an identity of good. But at this moment in time, you have a heart that has anger, and the only thing you want to do is to destroy because anger is the nature of destruction. So you have fear, you have doubt, you have concern, you feel inadequate. You see now you're feeling like you offended people, and all this is actually being a burden on you. And yet, it's just in your imagination. It is in your thoughts. So start doubting all those thoughts, but start by forgiving your mother, overcome her. Forgive your father, overcome him. And then start doubting every single thought. It's that simple. It's not a difficult thing. But because we resent our parents from within us, we find it so hard to face them and actually ask forgiveness from them or actually forgive them. It becomes difficult because we still harbor their spirit inside of us and their identities inside of us. And therefore that evil nature tells you, go and forgive her. You reach there, you want to forgive her, and the same evil spirit tells you, there's nothing she has done. She will get emotional. And now you retract back. You continuously live in that hell, and that's you allowing the devil to actually survive in you. Okay?
Yeah.
So I want you to go and face your mother and face your father and forgive them.
Yeah, I tried so many times to speak to my father, but he doesn't want to. He said even if he can die, he doesn't want to see us.
You see, because you went to him with expectations that he has to forgive you. You don't go to people with expectations. What you do is you go to them to pick your identity from them. Look at it this way. You steal this mug from me and you start running. And I start following you. And then you return this mug to me, right? And then after you've returned that mug to me, and then you start abusing me, telling me, oh, you are a doctor, you can't afford another mug. Health and Wellness Sport is a big company. Can it not buy other mugs? Why are you chasing this one mug? Do you think I'll care?
No.
I don't care because you already returned the mug to me. So I go my way. So when you go to forgive people, you don't go there with expectations. You go to forgive them so that you get your identity from them. And once you forgive them, it's done. God is the one who forgives. They cannot forgive you. You only tell them because you want their ego to go down and you want to massage their ego a little bit. You tell them, I've been resenting you for no good reason. I want you to forgive me. Period. Whatever they say is none of your business. Let it go inside here and come outside from here. Because once you show God that you actually need this forgiveness, you actually get them off your path. When you get them off your path, now God overcomes them for you. He takes that spirit of evil and that false identity from you, leaves it to them, and now you have a fresh identity. And that's where revelations come in. So everything you'll be doing will be guided by the spirit of good.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
You're welcome. I wish you well, and I hope you can do that as quickly as possible because we don't have the future. When you get time, simply face them, overcome them, and you'll be better. Amazing, amazing. Amazing stories. I think we can call a night. We can call it a night from there. Right? Yeah. We have to call it a night from there. We cannot continue with this life. No. We have exhausted all we had. Ladies and gentlemen, forgiveness should be always in your heart. And this is how to overcome that anger inside of you. 1, forgive your mother for lashing her emotions or her anger into you and then imparting a false identity in you. and then go and face your father, overcome him, forgive him for allowing your mother to actually impart these emotions in you. That's how you do it. And then be aware of that anger. Do not fight that anger. That spirit that is inside of you, do not fight it. Be aware of it. Once you're aware of it, you realize you will not have opinion over anything. You will not judge. You will not pass judgment over anything. You will not make any opinion and any judgment over anything. You will not hate anything. You will see evil. You will not hate it, because if you hate it, you become that evil. So you will see it, you will discern it. Okay? And then you will bring all your thoughts to captivity. 2 Corinthians 10:5. Bring all your thoughts into captivity. So you'll bring those thoughts into captivity. And once you do that, you'll be a free man. You'll be a free woman. So let thoughts flow into your head. Do not act upon those thoughts. Pay attention to them, but do not believe those thoughts. Thoughts at every time are evil, and they're the nature of the devil. He's trying to control you through your own imaginations. The spirit of the Lord, or the spirit of good, is in your heart. Whatever is in your head is the devil using that to control you and make you feel bad about yourself, make you feel good about yourself. You're not either good or bad. You're just somebody who has to identify with the spirit, and that spirit will guide you. Okay, so whatever spirit you identify with, you either identify with good, you do the good, or evil, you do the evil. Okay? So do that and see what happens to you. And remember that God did not give you the spirit of fear, doubt, anger, or those concerns that you think you have. God gave you the spirit of power, love, and self-control. So choose you. Choose good, do good. Choose evil, do evil, and suffer in the nature of evil. So thank you so much for being part of this live tonight. This is the first Identity Friday, and it was just amazing. I hope those stories that we've just shared have actually inspired you, and we hope that these stories will keep inspiring you every single Friday until we get to 130 years. So thank you so much for joining in. Allow me to read the last comment here. God beloved daughter, and now there are those of parents who rested. Do you go to extent of families to seek identity? Who brought you up? The same people who are jealous like crazy. Now, when your parents have passed on, you are even safer, because you only tell God, please forgive me for passing judgments on other people. However, those people who raised you are the ones that put an identity, a false identity in you. They call it the guardian, right? They put the false identity, so you have to face them and forgive them. Okay, do not call them crazy, because when you call them crazy, you're actually resenting them, and you become just like them, so you become more crazy. Okay? Dealing with a narcissist husband, there's nothing like narcissist. Trust me, there's nothing like narcissist. That's just a name that you people use to guard or to actually protect the spirit of evil. If somebody is evil, he's in his own hell, so he suffers his own hell. He loves hell. Let him be. Fix you. Why are you thinking about the husband? Why don't you fix you? Because at the end of the day, we attract who we are. So fix you. You'll attract people who actually have the same energy. Okay? But when you call somebody a narcissist, you're actually more narcissist than him, because you're judging him. And you see you attracted him. This is a husband. This is somebody you chose to settle with. So this is your choice. So are you telling us that your choice was very poor? And this is the only important choice that a woman can make in her life. So when you start calling them names, you're actually protecting their spirit of evil by giving it new titles. Oh, narcissist. Oh, misogynist. Oh, whatever. All those are titles that defend the evil nature of the Satan. Do not give Satan new titles to make yourself feel better. So yes, when your parents are dead, please go and forgive your guardian. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of us. I hope that you actually learned something new. Thank you so much. We will do this over and over until we get to fix you spiritually, and as continuously fix your physical. Remember, we have to fix the spiritual before the mental, before the physical. So that is our job. And again, thank you so much for actually responding to us and being here on time. We've done 2 hours, 23 minutes, 36 seconds, and that's just amazing. If you've not watched this, please share this to your WhatsApp groups, to your Facebook pages, so that people get to watch it and get to learn something from you. It's amazing to have you as an audience here. I hope to see you on Monday. Take care of yourself. The weekend is here. Go fast. Do not indulge in alcoholism and all those crazy things. Take care of that body, because it's your temple. Okay, so take care of it. It will take care of you. Have a good night, and let's see you on Monday. Amazing.